Thank you very much. Ooh, Mother Mary. Hi, guys. Wait a sec. Who's the first one here? Hello, guys. How are you today on this fine day? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Nice to have you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Keep on coming. You guys know what I do all the time. I share the live, right? So that we could get some viewers, some participants. Hey, see, I made it a little bit early today. I tried to, at least. You know, us black people, us Jamaicans especially, we're always late. Me, I'm one of them. Lateness is in my blood. Let yourself be known. Who's here? Who's here? Am I loud enough? Am I too loud? I want to be deaf in you guys, you know. Seems pretty good. How's your day? How's the end of the week for you guys? Starting of the weekend? What kind of COVID party are you guys having? Mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off. Stay safe. No matter what it is, stay safe, y'all. Right? We're going to give them a few more minutes, okay? To see who's going to join us today. And just be patient with me a little. I'm going to try and share this out to my social media platforms and see who our viewers are. And we're going to talk about that topic you see right there in the title bar. So you know I was SHITTING bricks just now, eh? I really was trying to get here on time. Okay? Because like I said, I'm a late bug. And no matter how I try to prepare, like the day before, hours before, whatever, it's hard for me to be on time. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Can't help it. You know? It's hard. And see, I can hear my food on the stove right now. Sound like it's a bun. No, sir. No Wait, let's see who's here. Let's wait for them. Let's give them a few more minutes. And then we're going to start, whether they're here or not. Is this my one beautiful viewer who's always here, the silent viewer? I appreciate you so much. I don't know who you are, but I love the dedication, the support. I love it. I thank you. I thank you. Sometimes that's how it has to go, you know. You can't let yourself be known, you know. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the beautiful face. You know, I appreciate it so much. I thank you. No joke, no puns, no sarcasm, nothing. I'm elated, right? At least you're here. You know, that says a lot. You know, not a lot of us could chat off their mouth like me. You get me? Right? Some of us just like to sit down and watch. Yeah, burn up my meat. One sec. You're still here. You're still there. Why? You tell us I wish me know you're in a star. Trust me. You're a boss. You're a boss. You're a boss, brother or sister. You're a boss. You're my number one supporter. Mwah! Trust me. We just sit down and chat. You get me? Make them rope in and rope out all them one. Me and you, we just sit down here and vibe. You get me? Trust me. Thank you. I love it. Even though all my heart just feel nice and happy. You get me? If I even just you one, I'm elated. So I think that's it. I'm not going to share anymore because they're busy doing whatever they're doing, right? So we're going to talk. When they reach, they reach. If they don't, that's okay. Right? So yeah, the title, as you see, is Wisdom, Knowledge, and Understanding. Right? And that is a very, very hard thing, I should say. Those three things. When you're educated versus when you're uneducated is one thing, right? But if you don't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I'm telling you because I'm speaking from experience, right? And we go to school to learn, but we go to school to learn on specific things, right? We go to learn English, how to spell, how to write a proper paragraph, math, you know, just methods of doing stuff. Like we learn those type of stuff. But we don't really learn too much life skills, right? And when I don't know something, I don't feel comfortable. I don't know about you guys. When you don't know something, you're naked, right? When you're unaware of something, when you're not knowledgeable of something, that brings in fear and worry and room for a lot of mistakes. You get me? So I was just thinking the other day and I'm like, wow, if there's one thing that we could ask God in everything that we do, everything, every task. If there is one thing, and it's one phrase that we could put to God to solve our problems, it's not to ask him for a new car, right? Or a lot of money. Let me be a millionaire, give me a big house, or give me, a beautiful husband or handsome or whatever it may be, the best thing that we could ask him for is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Think about that. I'm going to take you back to about 5 years ago and even further. But during my life, the most mistakes I've made is when I was not aware of something. It's when I wasn't educated about something. Hi, Louis. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you so much, Louis. Thank you very much for the support. So yeah, I'm just speaking about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and how secure we feel when, thank you so much. Hopefully I can join you when you're on your live, if you're a YouTuber. Thank you so much for the support. When you're knowledgeable of something, say I'm going to an interview for a job title, whatever it is, and I just go there. I just want to go. I just know that I need a job. I need some money. My bills need to be paid. Rent needs to be paid. Gas needs to go in my car, whatever it may be. I need a new hairdo. I need some new nails, even though I ain't got no nails. I just cut them off the other day, but I used to bite them a lot. Yes, Louis. Yes. Okay. I'll see you soon, girl, boy, Louis. You never know nowadays, You never know. But whatever it is, I'll check you out soon. I have so many YouTuber families. I can't remember, right? But thank you so much, Louis. So yeah, I was saying you're going to a job interview and you just know that you want to work, you need money, and so on. If you go to the job interview unprepared, how would that make you feel? Just going into the job interview, doesn't that make you have like butterflies in your stomach? Because I get butterfly, period. Whether I'm prepared for something or not. So imagine if you have no idea what you're gonna do. Go sit down, and when the interviewer asks you a question, you're gonna be like, that's stress, isn't it? That is stressful, man. That's why when there are job interview prep, they give you some heads-on information, how to prepare yourself for that interview, because you have to be knowledgeable of the company, what they do, what position you're looking for, what you have to bring to that. You have to prepare yourself for that. When something just comes at you and you're unaware, that's when you have fear, worry, almost wanting to not face it because you don't know where to turn. but it gives you more security when you're knowledgeable. So the best thing we could ask God to help us during our day-to-day living, our storms, our obstacles, when we're faced with tough decisions, is to give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because say we want the car or the house or whatever, you might get a house, and because you're not knowledgeable on how to maintain a house, how to set your bills, organize your bills, and organize your mortgage, your food, your rent, and all of that, he'll give you the house, yes, but the same way you got it, the same way you'll lose it. So we have to be prepared, right? So like I was saying, I'm going to go back to 5 years ago when I was going through some very hard times, man, some very hard times. I couldn't manage. Too much was coming against me. Too much. I was going through family issues, right? What's up, Bones? Yeah, nerd enough. What I'm with the emoji with the glasses, eh? Yeah, big nerd, eh? Right? Going through relationship issues, doubting myself, like, you give your heart to somebody and you think that things are going so good and you're like, yeah, I'm happy and, things are going great. Just had a newborn baby too, because I told myself that if I should ever have a next baby, I have to be sure that this is what we want together and, we're not playing around. This is for the long run. We already have 3 children and whatever, and we're doing this together, trying to, secure a house together, tired of renting houses and living that life. I want to be living the good life. And trust me, just when you think things are going good, Satan said, no, man, you have too much fun, my girl. Let me stir it up a little bit for you. You're going with too much things. You're too secure. You feel yourself too much. You hear me? You think everything all right? Watch what me I gonna do with you. Let me tell you. All of a sudden, pure trouble. Pure trouble. Man decides say him want to stay over for him mother more. Things not go on, him want do this, him want do that, him want, so-called friend, just in your business, everything that's going on, you're confiding in them and they're just listening to you and throwing subliminals to you and dup in your ears and, meanwhile, over one corner watching you and sitting down and stuff. Yeah, you think so everything good, eh? Because the devil uses people, The devil he'll use anyone he catches his hand on to fight against you, right? And I'm like, why am I so stressed? What's going on? I started praising more and reading the Bible and talking to God and worshiping, gone in my prayer room and just praying and talking to God and, like some real serious things was being shown to me, but I didn't know how to read it. I didn't know how to read it because I did not have that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding of what's going on around me. I was seeing everything by sight, by what I see physical, by what I'm being told. You get me? I did not have that discerning spirit, right? I couldn't choose who was for me and who was a fake. I couldn't see that. I didn't have the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding. I couldn't decipher. And my life was just picked up and just thrown all over the place. I had someone that I had gotten from Jamaica. I helped her come back from Jamaica because her family had sent her back down to Jamaica, with her suitcase and left her down there to stay. Didn't even want her to come back to Canada. And all I was going through my stuff, there was just something inside of me that was just pushing me to still be helpful, whichever way I could. You get me? And I just felt like I was being torn apart, limb for limb by limb, here, there, all over the place. And I couldn't understand what was going on. I couldn't understand. I was crying so much. I cried so much. I would live in my prayer room. I was on my knees. I was crying out to God, like, what's going on? Why are things not working? What's going on? But in the same time, I was telling this one my problems. I was telling that one my problem. I was telling that one my problem. And thinking that these individuals were for me. I had a cousin came over by my house because my children, they always have their friends and our cousins, their ages, coming to our homes, summertime, and they just had their fun. We always lived in a townhouse or a house or something, and backyard and basement, and that was their comfort. They would either be outside skating, on their skating board, or riding their bicycles, dancing in the garage. My boys were avid dancers. I'm telling you, make up their own routine and whatever they want to call it. Whatever they want to call it, okay? I'm telling you, some moves my boys would do. Go on my page and go scroll down. And you see I did a reaction on them dancing, and you'll see them. But my boys are sick. Anything they put their hands on, they're masters, okay? A bit older now. They don't do much of those stuff anymore, but, trust me, they're blessed and highly favored. So anyways, now, my cousin came over that weekend, and like I said, I was going through a lot. And my children's father and I had a big blowout, because like I said, he was finding opportunities to be more down by his mother and not being able to be home. The girl that I had helped to come back to Canada, she came back pregnant. And I was helping her a lot because I needed to bring her to the doctor's appointment and all stuff. And he was just out, with the vehicle, partying with friends and everything, and didn't, when I need the vehicle to bring the girl to doctor's appointment, and he's not there. And he came home the day and just blowout early morning, and it was just a blowout. I was pissed. Okay, I ain't having that. Like, what do you take this for? No, this ain't happening, right? No, I'm done with that. And just a big blowout. So my boy cousin had left the room, and while passing by the room, the way how that little boy walked past the room, you would think a snail. So I know he got a full blast of all that was going on. I think I even pulled down my pants, pulled down my underwear, and just showed the boy my butt, but not my cousin. The partner. I was pulled on because he told me a serious thing to hurt my feelings, and I pulled on that and just what I call it, moon him. I said, boy, come, you get me? Jamaica, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I said. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what I said, but I was pissed. Okay. He told me something that hurt me, okay? And he's laying up in my bed like he's some kind of king. Yo, I'm like, listen, come out of that before me get some water and wet you up. Come out of my bed, right? You know, men are. You're arguing with them and they're trying to tell you the worst things to, get up your nerve, because I'm not going to physically try to get at him because he's like probably 2-3 times my size, right? I'll probably have to dash out of that house, jump in the same car and speed off. You get me? So I can only use my mouth. I'm pissed, right? So my mouth is my only defense. I'm like, yeah, come out of bed before me wet you up and just pull all of that and just give him a good sight. Hey, boy, come, blah, 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 blah. Right? Right? So I know my cousin was passing by and he heard everything, right? Anyways, now, he eventually went home and everything, and I'm there, and, still I had to do what I had to do, came back and whatever. Now, later on that evening, his sister was on social media, on Facebook, and she posted something, and nobody couldn't tell me that it wasn't about me. No one couldn't tell me that. I was convinced it was too much of a coincidence. The phrasing and the thing that she mentioned sound familiar to what was going on in my house at that moment, earlier on, I should say. And I felt betrayed. I started thinking, oh my goodness, my cousin went home and told his sister what's going on in the house and da-da-da-da. And I took that and I didn't speak to my cousin for 5 years, almost 6 years for that. Because of my perception of what took place. And I was so sure it was about me. No one couldn't tell me otherwise. It was too much of a coincidence, like I said, right? And I stopped talking to her. I stopped talking to her mother because I had confided in her mother, with issues with regards to some of what is going on in my relationship, in my family, in past happenings, in the family. And I just sunk down. I sunk. I was being betrayed by other people. I was being betrayed by in-laws. My name was being ripped apart. I was being considered as, somebody just who has no sense at all, and you could just walk all over. That's what them call people nowadays, where now have no sense and make man run all over them. Yamed. A yamed them did not call me. Basically, I was being called a yamed. Sorry about that, guys. I had to run and go look at my meat. Remember, I told you guys I'm cooking. I don't know who's late, if you heard that. So yeah, I was being considered a yamed. And who me? Who them I call yamed? Yo, them know me? That's me, That's my outlook on it, Who them I call yamed? Them bright and out, like they didn't use those terms back then. But that's what I heard. I'm an idiot. I could be walked all over. I had this one sitting down over where my children's father is, thinking that she knows everything what's going on and would later try and take it to curse me out. And I'm like, and then, this family member at home and now left, and I felt like he went. I just felt so insecure. I had such a low self-esteem at that time. And that's where the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding was not in me as much as I thought I was smart and I was educated and I know how to handle situation and handle myself. I was just being torn down, I tell you. Mind you, last year, my life took a turn for the worst, I would believe, because all of the pressures leading from then and even up to that point, it just kept coming at me. It just kept coming at me. One thing after the other. My son started getting ill mentally, and my mental health was just going down. Look at my skin. Scars from, my coping mechanism was whatever came up on my skin or whatever. I'll just be in deep thought. And this is me just thinking on what's going on. I was smoking marijuana like crazy. That's my coping method. That's what's helping me. I can't deal with all of these issues. It's too much. When I smoke, I feel so much better. So much better. Until that hospital visit. I went into that hospital and I asked God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I prayed to him, not for money, not for a house, but Lord, help me. Please help me, God. I don't know what to do. I have an evangelist that teaches me. He sent so many people to aid me. And once I started learning about God and the devil and how all things work for the good to those who love him, who love God, my life started changing for the better. And I'm the person that you're looking at today. Once I got the knowledge that the devil was only fighting me because of what God had already put in me, what he knows that I can achieve. And because I didn't understand what I was going through, I didn't know myself. I did not know who I was. I thought I knew who I was. But I did not have that knowledge of who I was. I was this feisty person who just thought that I could fight my way out physically with everything. Anyone who comes at me, run them away. What? This is what you're saying about me here? I don't have to talk to you, man. I don't need to talk to you. Who are you? If that's what you think of me, I don't need to talk to you. I know it's what you're doing. I know that's what you're doing. That's what the devil uses against us. The ignorance, the arrogance, the pride. I had too much pride. I'm not going to ask you if you said that about me, if you were talking about me. I'm not going to ask you. I know you were talking about me. I know that. There's a difference when a person has told you out of their own mouth, though, what they're going to do to you or what they think of you, other than what you think a person is trying to say with these Facebook messages and all those stuff. But even so, you see, when you have knowledge of who you are and you know your worth, not even that will bother you. Not even them knowing or thinking they know or saying what they feel about you will bother you. I had to have that wisdom to realize what was being done what was trying to be accomplished. That knowledge of who I was, who I am, what I can accomplish, what I stand for, what I will allow from what I will not allow. And understanding that, listen, what you're going through, I didn't know at that time, to realize that it also could have been the test of how far I could be bent. Because you could bend, but don't break. I broke. I started doubting myself. I started caring more about people and what they had to say. When I would do my YouTube, because tried to start from then. When I would do my YouTube and I would send it out on my page and say, share. And, I'm trying to make a page. I'm trying to make a business page, like a fan page. Come on, share, guys, share. I thought I needed for these people to like me, for them to share. And I'm like, wait, how come they're not sharing? Oh my goodness, started doubting myself again. I'm doubting myself. Really? But guess what? You see, from you know yourself and you know what you're about and you know what you have to offer, no one could step on you and step on your dreams or your goals. Only you can do that with the fear that you have inside of you. I had that strong, tough outer appearance, and I'm small. So from a child growing up, I've always had to defend myself. So I've had to have that tough, I got this. I got this. You can't get me, And in fact, I am like that. But I also hurt as well. And if you're going to listen to all the negative that's going on around you, you're not going to be able to see who you truly are. All of that is just going to cloud your mind, And I didn't even think at that time that it wasn't only hurting me, it was hurting my children. And these individuals that were out there, like, they don't care. Because Israel, sorry, he came. This is the second time. You see my prince? My Prince Charming? Always wants to be here, huh? You loving mommy, you see? You loving mommy, you see? Huh? He even destroy my skin. Look at that. Now I have to be getting things to try and get rid of it, like, because I'm in deep thought and my life is not working out good. Like, what's going on? Why am I getting attacked so much? Why is there so much attacks on me? I didn't do nobody nothing. Why are people talking about me? Like, what did I do? Why don't they like? I'm joking. I didn't say nothing like, why don't they like me? But I'm like, what did I do these people? Like, I've always helped these people. What did I do? Why do they hate me so much? Like, pure hate, I'm telling you. Right? Not realizing, look who's right beside me soaking it up. Huh? But he's such a good spirit. He was more comforting for me. He helped me to realize how much wisdom I had and how I needed to just put that in practice and just stay focused on me.
And on things that you actually need.
Right? Mind you, I cut a lot of individuals off because I felt I needed to do that. It was too much, like I said. Too much. It was too crowding. there was too much chatter. There was too much chatter all over and too much scrutiny, and some that were trying to do their best, but it was just too much for me. And I'm going to give you some good news. Sometime this week or earlier on in the week, my family, my cousins, decided to have like a family gathering with just us, the cousins. And that cousin, mind you, I wasn't too elated about going there and sitting down with everyone and trying to, hash out what was going on and speak about what took place and what I thought was going on and everything. And, because I've heard other things after that. And, last year when I got ill, like, once again, the chatter and stuff. And, it's kind of depressing. And when you're a person that suffers from anxiety and depression, your defense mechanism is seclusion. You get me? It's hard for you to trust. So instead of having a lot of people around you, you're kind of scared to even speak to people because you don't know what they're capable of. You shy away from, telling individuals about what you're going through. Mind you, I'm telling you, when I was okay and I didn't let anyone know that I suffered or battled with anxiety and depression, I felt things were going great. Things were going great. I was just always happy, laughing, I know I'm steering away from what I'm trying to say, but I'm just letting you know leading up to that, right? I was doing great. I felt so good because no one knew, really, we hide it so well because of the insecure feeling of what this one is going to say about you, what they're going to think about you. You see crazy people on the street and people just walk and kick them and you're like, my God, I don't want to get there. And, everyone is bundled up under one umbrella of mental illness. When you say you suffer from a mental illness, they start thinking that you're schizophrenic or you're bipolar or you're a psycho, and they don't know how to act around you, or you're crazy and you're madu man, like what us Jamaicans would say. A mad man, that mad sick head no good, You know what I mean? Those type of stuff. Yes, we make fun of it and it's funny and stuff, but it's really not all that fun. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. And the more chatter is the more you want to seclude yourself away from it. Peace and quiet is what you need and you desire. So I took myself away from people because I needed to gather myself. But even that didn't help because the enemy was just sitting out there plotting because he knew that I was God's child and that God would never turn his back on me. But he wanted me to turn my back on God and question God and live in fear so he could use me as much as he can. So I could continue smoking that marijuana, so I could be an addict for the rest of my life, so I could depend on weed to feel better and not depend on God and seek him. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be given unto you, if that's what it says at the end. I ain't quoting it for the full thing that it is, but that's what it means. That's where I had to go to get my wisdom, my knowledge, and my understanding. And that meeting that our family had, I was very uncomfortable to begin with. When my cousin came too, I didn't want to have a bad attitude and stuff. And I prayed before I went there. I asked God to give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to keep me calm, to let me listen and to not jump to conclusion no matter what I may think. And mind you, I had so much fun after the ice was broken and everything, and seeing my sisters and my cousins and their children. And I wish I brought my children because it was also my son's birthday, but he didn't want to go anywhere. The second one, he didn't want to go anywhere. So I wasn't forcing him. But I was going to bring them all to go, and then we leave from there and go celebrate after. But he wasn't too, like excited about celebrating his birthday. And he's like, really? I don't really mind. We could buy a cake. These young adults now, he just wants to just play PlayStation and smoke something, and him and his friends, them doing smoke sessions, and that's good for him. You can at least give me $20, yo. That's what he asked for at the end of it. You can at least give me $20, yo. As long as he could get some money. That's all he wanted for his birthday. No, he didn't ask for 20. Did he say 20? I can't even remember now. But he's like, can you at least give me some money? I'm like, listen, you think I have money for you to waste to go buy no weed, or, buy no PlayStation card for play, live on the PlayStation all day, all night, huh? Wake up in the morning and see peer snacks, everything all over the place, and done the little juice. Like, you take out a whole 2-liter whatever juice, and by the morning it's empty. No, so when he's around it, no, star. But I ended up giving it to him anyways, right? But I wish I had brought them because I had so much fun. I was telling him when I came back, listen, trust me, me laugh, you see, man. Me laugh so till one at a time. Every minute me laugh, me pee myself. Me say, no, star, that car seat I go wet up tonight. I'm like, thank God these people can't see how I'm laughing and I'm just squirting out pee. Sorry. You can't say that word up on YouTube? I'm just laughing every minute. I feel like a little trickle. I'm like, what's going on with my bladder, yo? I don't know if it was a real happy, I was happy, or what, my bladder kind of weak, or what was going on. But trust me, something was going on down there, because every laugh I was squirt. I'm like, what's going on? And they're playing it off like, meanwhile, down there, me wet up. But like I said, we spoke, and my cousin and I spoke, and basically my cousin was letting me know, like, it's the first time she's hearing about what I'm talking about, because she never heard about that. It was nothing like what I thought, right? She, she's a young mother herself, and, relationship and stuff, and, it could have been something she was posting about herself and whatever, but let me tell you, man, like, I'm so much more prepared now than I was back then, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. So much more prepared because I'm wiser, I'm stronger, and I'm much better. Why? God gave me that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I asked for. I'm not saying I'm so smart now, but all you need to do when you're fearful of something, when you're anxious, you're scared of taking on a task, what's worked for me, right? Because I'm only speaking on myself and what I've learned and what I've gone through. This channel is about myself, my family, my life experience, battling with anxiety and depression, right? But I'm sure we all go through obstacles in life, even if you're not going through any form of mental illness. right? And we could help each other out, like I said. You could bring something to me that I'm unaware of. The more knowledge we have, the better equipped we are to face what's going on out there. Because trust me, guys, it's not all what you guys see in front of you, you know. We're going through some harsh times, you know. It's murky out there, eh? It's mucky out there, you know. It's mucky. It's not what you see in the physical. There's a lot going on in the spiritual that we're not seeing, you know. Don't let your eyes fool you. I could tell y'all that. And I'm talking off of experience. I don't care who wants to believe me or not. If you believe you just appeared here by yourself and that there's not a higher power out there, I don't know what to say to you. But I was saying this to someone the other day. I'd rather be better equipped and trust in God, my creator, who brought me here, and follow his commandments and do the things that he expects of me, rather than do as I feel like, all of the negative, go out there, fornicate, you know, take somebody's husband, cheat, you know. I'm not saying we don't make mistakes, but we could repent and just not try not to do it again. But I'd rather be living in good, right? In the goodness of God and doing as much as he wants me to do so I could see him, other than doing as I feel like and be doomed after. You get me? Because like I said before, my last life, outside too hot. So me know say hellfire go hotter. And me nah go hell. And I ain't gonna let nobody drag me to hell. And you see, everyone that I was so upset at and angry, and me nah chat to this one, me nah forgive this one. Yo, go from here, so you're wicked and all of that. Oh God, I'm just praying that God would create a clean heart in me. If it's hard for me to forgive them, please, God, create a clean heart in me and a righteous spirit. Because I'd rather live for him than do anything to please man. Right? Let me go look at my meat again for the last time. What, Diane? You there? Me a burn up my street. Me sitting, me a come. Wait there. What this look like? Wait, and I can't see it. You can't see it. And say a little piece of, you see, me put a little more water in there because me I try. Me taste it out now. Wait there, that guan, it's a guan and also stew beef. Me I make it. That's stew beef. Let me taste it. Me gonna say. It's soft, you know. She's here's the pepper, you know. Yeah, man, never eat that with no white rice. Also mixed vegetable right now. Trust me. I want to taste it. I taste all the pepper and everything. Trust me. It's sweet. Just the gravy I make. You know what I say? Just the gravy me I make. Hey, Dion. Thanks for coming in, girl. Yeah, we're just talking about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you know? And when you're uneducated about something, you're fearful, you know? You don't want to talk too much because you don't know what you're talking about. So you're fearful. You don't want to take on that task because you don't know anything, right? But when you have that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding of how the world turns. Jesus, wasn't that a soap opera? No, it was As the World Turned. It's As the World Turned. Not How the World Turned. Jesus. I make up my own soap opera name. But it's As the World Turned, right? So when you have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of how the world turns and how the good and the bad works together for you because you love God. Because look at all that. When I came to this realization that all of that had to happen, me last year, and as bad as it was, the hospital and everything, and me and where I was moved to, and losing my home, losing that place, and being in the position that I'm in right now, it's only preparing me for what God has in store for me. It's only preparing me for all the goodness, the greatness. Look how many things God has blessed me with. He's blessed me with life. I'm still here. I'm not even talking too much about physical things. I'm here. My children are healthy. They went through some hard stuff, but that is even making them stronger. Because they were very pampered. They were pampered. They used to get things easy and life was a bit easy for them. Anything they wanted, they would get. You know, we would travel, like I was saying before, not like we were going all over the place, but Jamaica, you know, they would always have clean clothes on their backs and their shoe on their feet. And like I said, their friends coming over, playing games, doing whatever, and just living, you know, not seeing that life is not that easy. You really have to work hard towards your goals, and you know you're gonna have setbacks and obstacles and you know wickedness, and you know, but God, thank you, Lord, for your wisdom, your knowledge and understanding, and for equipping me with those things to move forward. If you're ever in any doubt of what's going on with you, you don't know how to, you know, take anything on, I'm asking you guys, just pray to God. Just ask Him for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Cover yourself, you know, ask Him to lead you, order your steps. And then you'll be able to see, you know, and maneuver. You'll just be starting to get, you know, the answers. What do I do here? What do I do? You know, how to go about seeking the help here. And, you know, now I don't care what anyone thinks of me, what anyone wants to say about me, or anyone wants to criticize me. Because what? The battle is already won. I got that knowledge that the battle is already won. You know? And that God needs more laborers. He needs more laborers. He needs individuals that have gone through it so we could show others that are going through it that are scared of saying, listen, I'm going through this, because of the fear that they have about what others are going to say about them and think about them. I had to come out and say, listen, I battle with a mental illness, anxiety and depression. This is what I'm going through. I had to use that camera, and it doesn't matter, even when I didn't want to put it in my face and talk, and I was crying and stuff. And people were saying, why is she doing this? I wanted that girl, I should just come out and attack our business. I should just come out and attack everything and one thing or the other. And she just out there. I had to be that person to do that. He already put it out there. He already written that. I had no control over it. In the physical, you might have seen me doing it, but it's not my doing. I give myself no credit. I told you how scared and stuff I was, and thinking, and who's saying this about me, who's saying that about me. I want to tear them up. I also want to grab them and rip them limb for limb, the way I was feeling like I was being ripped limb for limb. Nothing's going right. All of a sudden, all of a sudden the person, my partner that we say, we're so loving together and we're going so nice and we're just loving and we've been so long, and the future, and oh yes, wedding ring, wedding bells, ooh, all of that just turning upside down. I felt like I was being ripped apart. I was angry. That's how I know how to deal with stuff, how to handle it. Single mother, strong, tough, come at me. Come on, come at me. I can handle it. Nah, not without wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming, for joining. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Bones. Thank you for my supporter who's always here, who doesn't wish to speak to anyone, just wants to sit back and watch. Thank you so much for your support. God bless you. I love you with the love of the Lord. Thank you, Evangelist Clover, for that. Hey, Casey, my cousin, bless up. I don't know your handle, but I'm going to ask you for it. That's my cousin. Go over and support her. Without each other, we think that we don't need anyone and we could do this all by ourselves, but we have so much things to offer, and collectively we could reach so much further. So that's what the devil wants to do, divide and kill. He wants to conquer. He wants to separate us, But God is good, and just put your trust in him and ask him for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's not going to be all butterflies, sweet, smooth sailing. You get me? But come on now. We can still fly like an eagle. Oh, yeah, soar to the heights where he can't touch us. When that snake come at us, we just bring him all the way up to the sky and let his little snaky ass just suffocate. Fly like an eagle, yo. Love you guys. Short and spicy Nikks. Nikki Day. I'm out of this. Bless up, y'all. See you next time. Me end this. Oh, see, don't get so. Look more. Love you guys. Take care.